risings, everyone. I want to spread some peace and light with necessary chaos. You already know what it is when you're dealing with Kamari Star on Kamari Star's channel. No, I'm just playing. But for real, I just want to say before I get into the video that that's always my mission, peace and light. I'm not trying to bash anyone. I'm not trying to spread negativity. I'm just trying to enlighten. That's my mission, to enlighten and to bring awareness. With this video, the target is definitely men. I feel like a lot of men need to hear this and get in tune to what I'm saying. However, y'all already see that I'm going to be talking about the guy that has 7 baby mamas and 7 kids and doesn't give a fuck. These are his words, and I'm gonna just get into that. And I'll also get into the divine feminine energy and masculine energy, and then also the toxic masculine, toxic feminine. It's all gonna tie into this video. I hope you guys enjoy it. A lot of people were sending me this video when it first came out, just like, girl, look at this, and a lot of people send it to me. So I took that as a sign that maybe I'm meant to speak on it, because like maybe the way that I speak or the way that I interpret things can help someone else. I waited this long to say something because I really was like contemplating on if I wanted to or not, but like my good friend Shrek always says, better out than in. Before I get into the video though, I'm gonna play like a little small clip of what he's saying in case you haven't seen the video, and so you can hear it from his perspective and what he's trying to relay. Then I'm going to speak on my opinion and then get into the divine feminine and masculine. So go ahead and watch this clip and then I'll be right back.
I got 7 kids and 7 baby mamas. A lot of women having an issue calling me a deadbeat because I tell them I was being irresponsible, yet not wearing protection. But I always tell these women that I got pregnant that I do not want to be a father to these children. And I offer to pay for the abortion. Majority of times they'll either take the abortion or they'll take a plan B. They want me to be responsible for some children I told them I did not want. I don't give a what nobody think about it. You're not gonna force children up on me. Yeah, we both made the decision to lay down and have intercourse. We both was irresponsible. Yeah, I could have pulled out, but I didn't. And I ain't care to pull out because I'm not the one that gonna have to carry a baby for 9 months. It's the woman. In my opinion, women should be more careful on who they sleep with.
So my first question when I seen that video was, why wouldn't you just get a vasectomy? Like literally, they don't even cost that much on an average. I Googled it. On an average, they're $1,000 depending on your health care. It can even be less depending on your health care. So they average from $1,000 plus. So if your mission on this planet was really not to have any kids and you just really, whatever, regardless of what trauma you went through, because something happened to you, we're gonna get into that, but if you knew that you didn't want to spread your seed, why wouldn't you just stop that from happening? So with that information, I already can tell that you're lying. Some form of your soul is lying, and your mission is to just spread demon seeds. Like, you're very, very disconnected from your chakras and yourself. It's giving a lot of low vibrational energy, because if that's really what you wanted and you knew that you never wanted to have kids, you as a grown-ass man should have got a vasectomy. Simple. And then you wouldn't be going through what you're going through, because 7 is a crazy number. I know a lot of people got 2 baby mamas, 3, even 4. It's like, kind of pushing it. But 7 is crazy. You have 7 different kids with 7 different baby mamas and you don't care about any of them. Why wouldn't you as a grown man just stop that from happening if you knew that that's something you didn't want? So that brings me to my point of, you're lying, because when you perform that act, sexual activity with any person, only male and female, you're bound to have consequences, and one of those consequences are usually a kid. So I know in the video he says he doesn't care, he says he doesn't give a fuck, but clearly some part of you does care, because he goes on to blame the woman, and he's like, I feel like women should be more careful with who they sleep with, and the woman is the one that gets pregnant. I don't have anything to do with it, and blah, blah, blah. My friend, karma is a very, very real entity, okay? Regardless what you're going through, something karmic, if it hasn't happened already, which I'm pretty sure it has, you're going to be going through something very karmic for most of your life. You have 7 different baby mamas with 7 different kids. Do you know how powerful women are? And for all of them to hate you, do you know how powerful hate is? And for you to not give a fuck, that's your own, you're putting that karma on you. You literally put that out there that you didn't care. And then these kids are gonna grow up and then they're gonna have energy towards you. If anything, I hope if someone's talking to you, or if you do see this video, that you can take that in and realize how deep karma is and how serious karma is. From his point of view, okay, you told these women you didn't want to have kids, you offered an abortion. Everybody has their own choices. I know there's this movement with the pro-choice and pro-life, and I'm gonna tell y'all my opinion on that too. I just believe in doing whatever the fuck you want to do. I'm not with abortion. I don't support it whatsoever. I would never do it. I feel like that's karmic as well. At the end of the day, you are taking a life. Regardless if the seed was formed, the baby doesn't have a heart, it's going to grow up into a baby. You're taking a life. It's murder. The only time that I can show empathy for those type of situations is if someone was essayed or raped. That's the only time I can show empathy and understand why a woman would even want to do that. So he's talking about 7, and he said most of the women, they're fine with taking a plan B. They're fine with getting an abortion. So 7+? You're just nutting in all these people, and you're not even understanding how powerful your seed as a king is. Like, what happened? Like, were you in foster care? You're clearly toxic masculine and toxic feminine. I feel like you have daddy issues and mommy issues. I just feel like that's not right to blame the women and be like, oh, well, it's their fault. They shouldn't have laid down with me. That is the only thing I agreed with, is when he was like, women should be more careful about who they sleep with. And that's why I feel like I was called to speak on this video, because unfortunately, just due to society and like how women are raised, and a lot of men, sometimes they're not taught how sacred sexual energy is, because it's always promoted negatively and porn and, you know, social media, everything like that, to be hypersexual and over sexualized. So I can get why this programming would like go into this man, but as far as your toxic masculine and your toxic feminine, I want to get into that. So if you don't know what that is, I'll go ahead and pop up some sentences and like bullet points right now and explain why he's toxic with both. Definitely feminine more than masculine, because I don't know this man. I don't know if he's out there grinding and doing what he needs to do, but I do know on the nurturing side, because feminine is all about the nurturing, the creativity, the unconditional love, the just spreading love and light, and like following your intuition and caring. So the fact that that's so damaged definitely displays that you have some type of mommy issues. I definitely feel like you have both mommy and daddy issues. I don't know what happened. I apologize. I hope you get some healing. I hope you get some therapy, but it's definitely being shown. With that being said, yeah, the fact that you don't care and the lack of emotion, the lack of nurturing, that's where your toxic feminine plays a part. And then the toxic masculine plays a part in you not wanting to put in that work to take care of these kids that you had. Because at the end of the day, you said it in the beginning, yeah, I was irresponsible and we both laid down, we both had these kids. Set aside the women for a second and think about the emotions and the feelings of these beings that you're creating. They're human beings. Like, regardless of what trauma you went through when you were younger or in your adulthood, the fact that you don't care and the fact that they're just going to grow up and just be another damaged soul shows to me that you're low vibrational. You're spreading demon seeds and you have demonic energy in you. Unfortunately, that just is what it is. Like, for you to be that hypersexual, because you're talking about 7 women and then you said most of the other ones, like, what? I already know your body count probably like 100, and I'm not even trying to bash. I'm just being honest. Like, the fact that you're hypersexual like that and then you don't care and you're spreading your seed, you have a lot of demons in you, and I feel like you need to be cleansed. And to the women, if a man is always trying to have sex with you, if that's all he wants to do, if that's all he wants you for, and doesn't take you on a date first, or even care to take you on dates throughout that, or nurture you or anything, he has demons in him. A lot of people enjoy sex and things like that, but when that's all you want to do and that's all you care about, And then on top of that, you having kids and not caring. A lot of women don't realize how powerful you are. So again, that's the only thing I agreed with. You have to be more careful who you're sleeping with. You have to be more careful who you're having kids with. Like, that is so, so important. And back to the women, I feel bad that you guys are going through that, but where was the responsibility? This man doesn't seem shy. It doesn't seem like this is something he was hiding. I don't know him, but I'm pretty sure if he's saying like, okay, I told these women in the beginning I don't want kids, and then you still decided to lay down and let this man nut in you, that just goes to show about your self-worth. So I can't really show a lot of empathy for you either. I don't condone bullshit. And y'all all 7 of y'all and him was on some bullshit. For you to bring those kids into this world and then continuously try to contact this man knowing he doesn't care, knowing he doesn't want to be with you. I know you're talking bad about the father to the kids because you're hurt. A lot of women don't want to be baby mamas. A lot of women want to be married. That's programmed in y'all mind. I don't care about marriage. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But a lot of y'all, especially if you're around his age, he's giving early 30s, mid 30s. But I could be wrong. It could be like late 20s just due to how immature he is. Y'all around that age frame and y'all not protecting y'all sacral energy, all y'all chakras are unbalanced. Because for you to even let something like that inside of you is degrading. And we can also say that men pretend and things like that. I do feel like he was lying with a lot of points. He literally didn't care. So I don't think he's lying about that. I genuinely feel like he didn't care about the consequences. Y'all really need to protect that. Like, there's so many things that you can get from a man, even though that's not the agenda. Just know that with this powerful magical box that we have, there's so many things that you can get from a man without being intimate with him first. And I just wish somebody told me that when I was younger, and I wish that that was reciprocated to women more. Like, don't give that up first. There's a reason why we can go longer without it, and there's a reason why men cannot. So once you grasp that concept, you'll be unstoppable. You're gonna be the best queen ever. You really have to ground and figure out who you are and things like that. For the women that were intimate with him and still are intimate with him, clearly you have some type of daddy issues or even mommy issues as well, because the not caring for yourself and things like that, you have a lot of toxic tendencies. And I just feel like watching his video back and him saying like, oh, they're still trying to contact him, he's blocking them, y'all still trying to get in contact, you want him to take responsibility for something that he said he clearly didn't want to take responsibility for. So I feel like that's your fault. Yeah, you can say, oh, he did this, he laid down with me. That man does not want to be a father. So the best thing you can do for your babies is let him go. There's so many men on this plane that are actual kings that would love to spread positive energy to your baby, regardless if it's in an intimate way or y'all in a like brother sis type of friendship. In order for it to start off positive, I feel like you have to start off as friends. That's another thing I wish somebody told me when I was younger. Like, start off as friends first, because when you have a friendship with someone, that is how you build that caring energy, that nurturing, that positive feminine energy with anybody. You know what I mean? Regardless if you're going to be intimate with them or not, but especially if you're going to be intimate with them, ask questions. Why the fuck aren't y'all asking these guys questions? Like, it's so much you can learn from somebody by learning their background. Learn how they treat their mom. Learn their relationship with their dad, how they treat their dad. Do they have siblings? Are they close to their siblings? Are they not close to their siblings? And why? Are they the claim to be the black sheep and always out of the way? They're probably the problem. No person that's truly a black sheep is gonna present that and be like, oh, I'm the black sheep. It's shown. The black sheeps are the chosen one. We the ones that automatically is out the way, automatically don't fit in to society. So when you fit into society, but then you just choosing to be away because you're problematic, that's a completely different thing. And just to all the deadbeats out there, back to that karmic energy, I'll never respect anybody. And like I said, this video isn't meant to bash anyone, but I am judging you. You're very much not shit. I'm very passionate about this because deadbeats and people who don't take care of their kids really, really bother me. It's people out here that don't have kids. It's people that lost their dads, that lost their mom at an early age, and you out here just popping kids like that. and you don't care and you don't want to be around them and you a deadbeat, what is wrong with you? Literally. Go get cleansed. Go ground your feet. Do something. I don't know. Smoking and drinking and whatever you got going on, partying, going to clubs, watching porn, like chill out from that, because that's what's programming y'all to not care and think that sex should be a completely different experience than what you're having. Sex is very sacred. Like, it's not something you should do because you're bored or because you're addicted to it. It's something you should do with someone because you genuinely love them and you genuinely care about them and want to pleasure them and please them. And it's also fun. Yeah, of course you're gonna have fun doing it. But if you don't love the person you're having sex with, you're missing the whole point. You're missing the whole experience. And I feel like a lot of young people need to hear that, and maybe older people too, because clearly nobody told y'all this shit and it's shown. Like I said, I don't condone bullshit, and it's just a lot. I've been seeing a lot of bullshit with today's times and like things that people are condoning, and I'm cool off it. Like, I'm really cool off it. Back to that masculine, divine feminine. That's something everybody has within them, the yin and the yang. My favorite symbol. It's meant to be balanced within everyone. If you're, another way that you can be toxic in your feminine too is being overly caring with your kids, and a way that's shown is not letting them do stuff and leaving them inside just due to your trauma, not letting them experience life and not letting them have fun, and being overly affectionate towards them because you didn't get that affection. When you have all that negativity in you and you're trying to pour that into your kid, and like force hugs and like always want them around you and not want them to have friends, that creates emotional incest. And that's where you have the people that are jealous of their sons' girlfriends, and dads that don't want to see their daughter with anybody ever, even though they're grown as hell. That's emotional incest. Look it up. I'm not a teacher. Y'all can look that up yourself. And with the masculine, the toxic energy is not taking care of your kids. This is like the perfect example. Not taking care of something and not being willing to die for something that you created is like one of the biggest ways that toxic masculine is shown. Not having that drive to be like, okay, no matter what, it's billionaires that's not there for their kids, but at least they giving money. You can't even give money. You don't got no money to give. Like, screw the emotions, because if you emotionally imbalanced anyway, your kids don't need that energy. But you can't even give them nothing. Even if you don't have money, like $50 a month, like nothing. And I'm so blessed that I had both parents in the household, because I see a tremendous difference with people that didn't have both parents in the household. I wasn't taught to like depend on a man, but I was also very nurtured and loved. But I was also like taught to go out there. If I want something, go out there and get it. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's a lot of these women's issue. You waiting for this man to come save you. You program with those fairy tales of, oh, wait in the castle, he's gonna come save you, whoop-de-woo. That's why Shrek is my favorite fairy tale, because Shrek was like, fuck that shit. Shrek was not playing, and like he showed that like, okay, I'm imperfect, like take me as I am, and you're imperfect too. Like, you're trying to be perfect and you're not. We both imperfect. Let's be perfectly imperfect together. And I feel like that's the true message of Shrek, and like why that's my favorite fairy tale. And y'all listening to Snow White and Cinderella and shit, thinking somebody gonna come bring you a glass slipper. If you want a glass slipper, work your ass off and go get you a glass slipper. Don't wait for no king, especially a low vibrational king, to give you anything on this earth. Because you guys are so powerful. I'm talking to the women now. We are different. Unfortunately, we'll never be equal. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't have the same rights that men do in society, but we'll never be equal. So you guys need to let that shit go. We have this magical box for a reason. We have different body parts for a reason. And I don't think we should be equal. I don't want to be equal with them. We shouldn't. We're up here for a reason. It is what it is. We're more important. We're more fragile for a reason. Without us, y'all wouldn't even be able to procreate. And they all out here treating y'all moms and y'all baby moms and y'all ex-baby moms like shit. That's crazy to me. And I'm just so glad that I'm conscious enough to understand this and not let that energy come towards me, because it was a point where I wasn't that conscious. It was a point where I was giving away my body to very low vibrational men, and it affected me. So if you don't take anything from this video, just take that Stop giving away the box. Take a cleanse. Be celibate for at least 2 months. If you could do more, that's wonderful. I think a year is great, especially if you've been with multiple partners and someone that feels like you need sex. Try not to masturbate or have sex for a year. If you can't do a year, 6 months. Start off with 2 months though. You're gonna feel so great. You're gonna feel so good. Don't do anything. Just be within yourself and appreciate yourself. To that guy, I hope that one day you can have a change of heart and like get a vasectomy or do something, because what you're doing right now is not it and it's not working. And I just felt the need to speak on it because I see that a lot. Men that don't want to take care of their kids, and it's just like, I never experienced that. I come from kings that are about their business. Like, they go hard for their kids, for their family. We was never hungry. And again, for the kids, I want to speak to y'all too, because y'all gonna grow up one day. At some point, you gotta stop blaming your parents. All his kids, because clearly he ain't gonna be in none of their life, are gonna grow up and they're gonna miss that masculine energy. Regardless if he's in balance, he's still a man, and only a man can teach you what it is to be a man. A woman can tell you all day the great virtues and you should do this and that, but a man is gonna literally show you, take you out there and be like, okay, this is what you do, this is how you change the tire, this is how you whoop-de-whoop. I think it's so unfortunate that you're not giving those kids an opportunity. So hopefully one day you have a change of heart and get that vasectomy, or you step up to the plate and heal your mommy and your daddy issues and whatever traumatic stuff happened to you through childhood, and get that together. But if not, I just want to talk to the kids and say, let that go. When you get older, you just be the best version. Because I realize with kids, you either go two ways. You become the best parent and you're so nurturing and you're so nice and you're always there, you never miss a show, you never miss a game, or you just don't give a fuck like this king right here. So be better, do better. You are what you receive. You receive what you are. I hope that you guys are loving your kids. Another thing is, if you are not close to your kids and you're the adult, it's automatically your fault. Mother, father, if you're not close to your kids, regardless if they're grown right now or regardless if they're still a child, it's your fault. And look me in my eyes when I say that. You fucked up along the line somewhere. Now, kids, when you become an adult, it's not really their fault anymore. You decide if you want to be close with them. You decide if you want your kids to have relations with them and things like that. But when you become an adult, you have to stop blaming your parents, and it's no longer their fault. Again, if the relationship isn't there, if y'all not close, it is the parents' fault. Mother, dad, it's your fault. You fucked up somewhere. But when the kids become an adult, it's no longer their fault. You get what I'm saying? I really hope that makes sense. A lot of y'all need to take that in. Be kind to your kids. I don't believe in violence in any way. Spanking y'all kids. Try gentle parenting. You never tried it in your life. It never happened to you. You try it. Maybe not yell at them. Maybe grab their hand and get down on their level and say, hey, we're not doing this. We're going to do this now. Take them outside. Most of the time they're bored. Like, spend time with them. They're having trouble in school. You sit down with them at the table. You get what I'm saying? Like, if your kid's acting up and if your kids aren't close to you, you're at fault. I don't know how else to say it. That's your fault. If you don't know what's going on in your kid's life right now, you're not that close to your kids, it's your fault. And I really need y'all to take that in. And I get so passionate, I get so emotional, because like I said earlier, it's a lot of people that don't have kids. There's a lot of people that lost their kids. And it's a lot of people that lost their dads and lost their moms. They're not here right now. And I feel like people like you are like wasting space. If something triggered you throughout anything that I said, you have demons in you and you're wasting space. So while you're here, try to heal, try to do better. You feel what I'm saying? And that's all I got to say about that. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm going to be talking on more topics like this. Usually I try to stay out of stuff like this, but I feel like I'm being called to talk more. So that's what I'm going to do. And I hope you guys like the videos. So have a divine day.